Hey YouTube, this is DJ Vendetta. So in the last episode, I discussed vehicles that I felt would be good vehicles for new van dwellers. And in this video, I'm going to go over vehicles that I feel that would be bad choices for first-time van dwellers, or maybe even seasoned van dwellers. And I'll go into the reasons why. Number 1. The VW bus, or the Vanagon, or Eurovan. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah, they have that cool hippie factor. But especially when it comes to the Eurovan, not the Eurovan, but the Vanagon and the standard VW bus. The older Westfalias and all that. Yeah, they're cool. They're small, easy to park, easy to drive. Well, then why wouldn't I suggest them? Well, there's several reasons. One, they ain't cheap. I see them online for anywhere between $10,000 to over $30,000. And that's even for the older models. Two, they're not reliable. Maybe the Euro vans, the newer ones, might be more reliable, but the older ones, not so much. So let's say you want to buy one of the cheaper older ones and you want to make it a little bit more reliable. Well, you could go and get yourself a Subaru engine and transplant that into there. Then you gain reliability. It's going to cost you a pretty penny. Or you could find one out there that's already got it done, but again, you're going to pay a lot for that. I saw one, on Craigslist not too long ago that was $30,000, and it was from the 80s. And they wanted that much for it, because one, that's got a cult following, and two, they put the Subaru engine in it. So they increased the reliability by far, but $30,000, come on, is that really worth it? If I put $30,000 into my ambulance minus what I've already put into it, I'd have a lot of money to put into this thing. And I could lift it, do my 4x4 conversion, and have 1,000 watts of solar and all the amenities, hot shower, all the water tanks and all that kind of stuff for that kind of money. This thing would be amazing. Having a nice fresh paint job on it, nice rims, huge tires, all that. But I digress. So I don't really think that those vehicles are smart vehicles for new van dwellers. Unless, you're very mechanically inept. You can break down and figure it out, and not have to pay anybody else to work on your vehicle, or not have to pay for a tow or something like that, where you can get it running no matter what. Then maybe. But again, it would be expensive. Sorry about all the honking. I don't know what that's all about. Some angry person. Maybe they should van dwell, have a little less stress in their life. So, what would be the next vehicle that I wouldn't suggest? Well, I would have to say any unibody van. Like the Honda Odyssey, or multiple other vans out there that are unibody. And the reason for that is they're not designed to be able to handle the weight that you're going to be wanting to throw at it. Well, not throw at it, but throw in it. And, you're going to have to severely or extensively modify the suspension to be able to handle all that weight. And, again, it's not a body on frame. So it's not going to last a whole long time with all that weight in it. So I wouldn't suggest one of those. Yeah, there's some reliable ones out there. Again, the Honda Odyssey. Extremely reliable. Not too expensive to fix. But it's not going to be able to handle the weight that you want to put in it. Unless maybe you're just going to put a blow-up mattress in there and not really have any kind of amenities. And yeah, sure, why not? But trust me, that's going to get old. Not having a regular bed, not having a way to cook, not having a way to store food, not having a reasonable amount of clothing, and not having that much space. So the third and final ones that I would not suggest for anybody that's looking to get into mobile dwelling would be any Class A or Class B motorhome. Or excuse me, any Class A or Class C motorhome. With the Class Bs, if it's, it's mostly made out of like metal of some kind, not a whole lot of fiberglass or wood and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I go for it. But most motorhomes are literally just, made of wood and fiberglass. Not a whole lot of metal there. And eventually you're going to have issues. You're going to have leaking issues. You're going to have issues because those are designed to be used a couple of weeks out of the year, not to be lived in 24/7 and driven around every day, and they're just not designed for it. So they're going to end up having issues. And also, they're harder to park. Finding parking for them, pain in the butt. Unless you're going to be in an area that you're out in the middle of nowhere and just park wherever. You're in small towns that don't care if you park. There's a lot of towns out there that have very strict, parking rules on RVs. So it's best to be able to be stealth. So having an RV is definitely not being stealth. And with the Class Bs, okay, if you can get it for a reasonable price. If they're predominantly metal construction. So I hope that's helped someone out and giving a little bit of insight and deciding what type of vehicle will be right for you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments section below. If you could give me a like, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe for future videos. Alright, YouTube, until next time.